It's amazing to think how much shopping for clothes
Mm-hmm.
has changed, even in the last decade.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, for so many of us, it's almost entirely online now, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, you think about it, we're talking about a global market that's worth what? Almost $800 billion.
Yeah.
And they're saying it could double in the next 6 years.
Yeah, it's huge. So whether you're someone who's just trying to, update their wardrobe or you're actually working in the fashion industry, this online world is a pretty big deal.
It's massive.
Uh,
And what's driving so much of this change is artificial intelligence.
oh, absolutely.
When I look at all the stuff you've pulled together, articles and research, it's clear that AI is not some futuristic concept anymore.
No.
It's like right now actually changing how fashion e-commerce works.
Yeah, it's here.
Everything from, the things that we see to how businesses are managing their stock, it's all being influenced by AI.
That is exactly what we are diving into today.
Correct.
You've put together this amazing collection of articles, research, even your own personal insights, all about this AI revelation in fashion. So what we want to do today is really understand how AI is being used right now in the most significant ways,
Okay.
where it could go in the future, its potential, and also, let's be real, some of the challenges in actually making it all work. We want to give you a really clear picture of what's important, but without, drowning you in technical details.
Right, keep it accessible. And just to kind of emphasize how big this shift is, like on a market level, the global AI and fashion market, they're projecting it's going to hit $24 billion by 2033.
Wow.
And that's growing at over 40% every single year.
That is a massive growth trajectory.
Yeah. It really signals like a fundamental shift in how the industry works.
Okay, well, let's jump into it. Let's get practical.
Yeah.
So let's start with something I think you probably encounter every time you shop online. Personalized recommendations.
Yes, definitely. So this is an area where AI is already making a huge difference. Think about it. You go to a fashion website, and almost immediately you're hit with all these items that seem tailored just for you.
Right.
Now,
It's like, how do they know?
exactly. And it's not random, okay? AI algorithms are constantly working in the background.
Yeah.
They're analyzing your past purchases, the stuff you've browsed, even like stated preferences,
Yeah.
to try and predict what you're going to like. And these algorithms, they use some pretty cool techniques. One of them is called collaborative filtering,
Okay.
which basically means that it's looking at patterns, right? So
Yeah.
people who bought this also bought that.
Right.
And because you seem to be interested in this, you might also like that.
So it's like AI is acting as your digital stylist almost. That learns your taste over time.
Yeah, exactly.
And the benefits, I think, for both the shopper and the retailer seem pretty clear. You're more likely to find something you want, which keeps you engaged on the site. And for the business, that means more sales and happier customers.
Absolutely.
Everyone wins.
Everyone wins.
So we're seeing this in action with some of the big players, Amazon, ASOS, who have very sophisticated AI analyzing just tons and tons of customer data.
Massive amounts, yeah.
But it's not just the giants, right? There are smaller companies doing this too.
Yeah.
Perry Ellis, for example, they use Site's AI recommendation engine, which is really interesting because it's designed specifically for fashion to give those tailored suggestions.
Yeah. So it's not just a generic, it's like built for apparel and the nuances of clothing.
Right. And style. I was really intrigued when I was reading about Etsy's gift mode. They use machine learning to give the person you're buying a gift for one of 200 different personas. So instead of just looking at what you bought, it tries to figure out what the person you're buying for might be into.
Right. It's trying to understand that recipient's interest.
Style, yeah. Even if you don't know them that well, it tries to predict. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's like they've tapped into the psychology of gift giving, but in a really smart way.
Yeah, even luxury brands like Gucci, they're integrating AI into their apps to give personalized experiences.
It's about making it more curated and really immersive.
Yeah, so it's anticipating what the customer wants before they even know.
Exactly.
It does make you wonder how much of our future style choices are going to be kind of subtly guided by these systems.
It's a very interesting question to consider because we've come to expect this kind of personalization in the digital age, haven't we?
Oh, for sure. Think about it. Your social media feeds, music streaming services, everything is tailored.
It's all curated.
It makes sense we'd expect that when we shop online.
Yeah, it's just becoming the norm.
Absolutely. So let's move on to another area where AI is really changing how we interact with fashion e-commerce.
Yeah.
That is search and visual discovery.
Right. So this is all about finding what you're looking for more intuitively.
Yeah, it's a big shift, isn't it?
Huge shift. We're moving beyond just typing in keywords.
Okay.
Now you can use natural language, like how we actually speak. You can even upload a picture of something you like and find similar stuff online.
Right.
And what makes this possible is natural language processing, or NLP,
Okay.
which basically means AI can now understand the intent behind what you're saying,
Okay.
instead of just looking for exact keyword matches.
So instead of trying to guess the exact right words for that, let's say, shade of green dress I saw, I can just describe it normally and the AI will get it.
Exactly.
That sounds way more user-friendly.
It is, and the benefits are huge. It makes browsing way easier, finding specific products faster, and ultimately, people are more satisfied and they tend to stick around.
Yeah, it's like less frustration, more fun.
For sure.
We are already seeing some great examples of this. I mean, Google Shopping, Pinterest Lens,
Classic examples, yeah.
visual searches everywhere.
Yeah, you see a cool outfit on the street, snap a picture, instantly find something similar online.
Right. It's amazing. And this isn't just for the big guys either, right?
No, not at all. ThreadUp, the online resale platform, they use AI for text-based search and also have really sophisticated image recognition, so you can really find those unique pieces.
Wow.
Even fast fashion brands like Forever 21 have gotten on board with visual search.
Oh, yeah. It makes navigating their huge inventories so much easier.
Yeah, exactly. And what's interesting is La Redoute in Europe, they were early adopters of this. They put both image and voice recognition right in their mobile app.
Wow.
And it's all about those personalized recommendations, really forward-thinking approach.
Yeah, that's smart. It makes so much sense because fashion is so visual, especially online, you know?
Yeah, visual inspiration is everywhere.
We're constantly bombarded with cool images on social media, and now we have the tools to turn that inspiration into an actual purchase.
Right, turn inspiration into action.
That's going to have a big impact on how likely someone is to buy something.
Definitely. It removes all that friction of trying to describe what you saw, so the whole process is just more seamless.
Okay, so let's talk about one of the biggest challenges of online shopping, and that is you can't actually try things on.
The age-old problem.
This is where AI comes in, right?
AI is stepping up to the plate, yeah.
Virtual try-on.
Virtual try-on.
I mean, this felt like science fiction forever, but it's getting more and more common.
It's becoming a reality.
How does AI actually work in this?
So AI, usually it's working with augmented reality, or AR.
Okay.
And it basically becomes the brains behind these virtual fitting rooms. It can analyze your measurements or even use your device's camera to create like a digital you.
Oh, wow.
So you can virtually try on the clothes.
That's pretty cool.
The idea is to give you a better sense of how something will look on your body, how it'll fit.
So you can go from seeing just a flat image online to actually understanding how it'll drape, how it'll move.
Yeah, exact.
Takes out some of the guesswork.
A lot of the guesswork.
Yeah, which is huge for online shoppers.
It is, and there are some big benefits. It makes buyers more confident, helps them pick the right size right from the start, and that means fewer returns,
Yeah.
which is a big deal for these online retailers.
Oh, for sure. Huge cost savings for them. And we are seeing some really big names adopting this, right?
Definitely. Sephora, Zara are doing virtual fitting rooms.
Yeah.
Ulta has an AI-powered hair try-on tool, which uses NVIDIA technology.
Oh, I saw that. That sounds really cool.
It is. Then you've got Burberry. They have this AR tool where you can basically place their products in your own environment.
Wow.
Zalando, Orby Parker, they've also been doing a lot of innovative stuff with visualization tools.
Right. I even read about Simhai. They partnered with Google to do virtual try-on for dresses.
So specific, very focused.
Really interesting. And the reported benefits are pretty amazing. I mean, more confident shoppers, fewer returns, happier customers. I even saw something that said virtual try-on could lead to a 94% increase in sales
That's huge.
and a big reduction in those return rates. Those are numbers that you just can't ignore.
Yeah. It shows AI is tackling a real problem in online fashion retail.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's move on to another customer-facing application. Let's talk about AI in customer service.
Okay, so we're talking about chatbots.
Yes, the chatbot.
We've all encountered them, right?
Oh.
You're shopping online and suddenly this little window pops up.
Right.
So how are they actually improving the e-commerce experience, especially in fashion?
Yeah. How?
Well, they can provide 24/7 support.
Okay.
They instantly answer those frequently asked questions, give personalized recommendations based on your browsing, and even guide you through the whole purchase.
So if I'm browsing late at night, have a quick question, I don't have to wait until the morning to get an answer.
Yeah, exactly. You get immediate support.
That can make a big difference.
It can. And even high fashion brands like Dior, Balenciaga, they're using AI chatbots to offer style advice. And then you have companies like Clerk.io who have this really sophisticated chatbot that does both customer support and helps drive sales.
Interesting.
It's all about providing instant help and keeping those customers engaged.
Yeah. Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and talk about a less visible but equally important part of fashion e-commerce, and that's inventory management.
Yeah, the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Right. With trends and seasons constantly changing, managing stock effectively has got to be a huge
Oh,
challenge.
absolutely.
How is AI helping with that?
So efficient inventory management is like mission critical for fashion e-commerce.
Yeah.
You don't want to run out of popular items or be stuck with a ton of stuff nobody wants.
No.
Right. So AI algorithms, they analyze past sales data, current trends, even things like what's buzzing on social media
Oh, wow.
to try and get a much more accurate picture of what demand is going to be.
So AI can help predict which styles and sizes are going to be hot.
Yeah.
Make sure they have enough.
Exactly. It's all about optimization, having the right amount without over-ordering.
And that can reduce waste, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Less waste, more profit.
Zon is a great example. They use AI to streamline their supply chain and react quickly to changes in demand.
Yeah.
Nike is another one leveraging AI for more efficient production and delivery.
And this kind of AI-driven demand forecasting can really improve those inventory turnover rates.
Yeah.
Fewer missed sales because you don't have something in stock.
Right. I remember reading that Nike was actually having to do more markdowns recently.
Oh, really?
That just shows how crucial getting that balance right is.
It is, and it seems like AI can really help with that.
Absolutely. AI helps businesses make smarter choices.
Yeah, based on data, not guesswork.
Right, from the very beginning, like when they're ordering products to pricing to promotions.
Speaking of pricing, AI is being used for something called dynamic pricing.
Okay, I've heard of that, but explain how it works.
Yeah.
Is it like the price of an item can actually change depending on certain factors?
It can. That's exactly what dynamic pricing is. So AI algorithms can adjust prices in real time
Wow.
based on things like how much demand there is for an item, how much is in stock, even what competitors are charging.
So they're constantly staying competitive.
Yeah, the goal is to maximize revenue,
Okay.
making sure prices are aligned with what's happening in the market.
So it could be that, for example, if something's really popular, the price might go up a little bit.
Yeah, if it's selling like hotcakes and there's not much left.
Or if something's not selling, they might offer a discount.
Exactly.
It's all about hitting that sweet spot, maximizing profits while still being competitive.
Yeah, finding that balance.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's move on to content creation and marketing.
Okay.
Because, creating those enticing product descriptions and those engaging marketing campaigns, it's a lot of work.
It's incredibly time-consuming.
How's AI helping with this?
So AI, particularly the advancements in NLP, natural language processing, it's increasingly being used to do things like automatically write product descriptions, create blog posts, social media content,
Wow.
even develop entire advertising campaigns.
Really? So AI can write marketing copy that actually highlights the key features and benefits of a garment.
It can. It's pretty remarkable.
That could free up human copywriters to do more creative stuff, more strategy.
Exactly.
I did read that generating marketing copy and creating visuals are some of the top uses for AI in fashion.
Yeah, very popular use cases.
That makes sense. And generative AI can also really tailor those advertising campaigns to very specific groups of people,
Yeah, making the message much more relevant.
which is what it's all about. I read a case study where a company increased their organic traffic by 60%,
That's huge.
and they increased their content output by 5 times
That's incredible.
just by using generative AI. So it's really about efficiency and reach.
It really is.
Okay, finally, let's talk about supply chain and logistics. Fashion supply chains are global.
They're incredibly complex.
Lots of moving parts.
Lots of moving parts.
How is AI helping to make those processes smoother?
So AI is playing a vital role in optimizing pretty much every step of the supply chain.
Really?
It starts with demand forecasting, which we've already talked about.
Right.
Then you've got things like dynamic replenishment, which means you're making sure you always have the right amount of stock, and not too much, not too little.
Okay.
AI can also predict lead times from suppliers more accurately.
Interesting.
You can even optimize delivery routes,
Oh, wow.
reduce those transportation costs, make those deliveries faster.
So it's really thinking about everything.
And then inside the warehouses, AI is automating tasks
Okay.
And it's even monitoring how suppliers are doing
Oh, wow.
to spot potential problems early on.
So AI is basically giving a level of insight and control that wasn't possible before.
It is. The fashion industry is so global, so interconnected.
Right.
AI helps make those supply chains more resilient.
Absolutely. So let's talk about some specific brands that are really using AI effectively.
Yeah, let's look at some real-world examples.
Always the best way to see how this stuff works.
Absolutely.
Who are some of the leaders in fashion e-commerce that are really using AI to their advantage?
So Zalando is a great example. They've really embraced AI across their whole business. They've got this thing called the Algorithmic Fashion Companion.
Okay.
It uses generative AI to recommend personalized outfits.
So it puts together a whole look for you.
Yeah, based on your preferences. And the results have been incredible.
Yeah.
40% increase in average basket size. 87% growth in their adjusted EBITDA in just one quarter.
Wow.
It's made them a much more attractive platform for big partners like Lululemon and Lancôme, too.
So it's good for business.
Very good for business.
Okay. What about some of the other big online retailers? How are they using AI?
So Amazon, as you might expect, they're using AI extensively.
Yeah.
They've got Amelia, which is an AI assistant specifically for marketplace sellers.
Okay.
And they're also expanding the use of generative AI for creating product listings.
So it's like AI is becoming a core part of their operations.
It really is. Macy's has partnered with a company called Rocked to beef up the AI in their Macy's Media Network.
Interesting.
They're focusing on things like credit card enrollment and loyalty programs.
Okay.
And of course, we've already talked about Etsy's gift mode,
Yeah.
which is a brilliant example of AI enhancing the shopping experience in a really unique way.
Absolutely. And La Redoute in Europe, they were early adopters of image and voice recognition in their app,
Yeah.
and they saw their mobile sales jump up significantly.
I think mobile sales now make up something like 38% of their total revenue.
Wow, that's huge.
So it really shows that when you embrace these AI innovations, you can get real results.
Tangible results.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Right.
So let's talk about Ulta. They have that generative AI hair try-on tool.
Powered by NVIDIA.
Yeah, that's got to be boosting engagement and reducing returns.
Definitely.
Then you've got Burberry. Their AR shopping tool is giving people a more immersive online experience.
And Forever 21, their visual search, perfect for their trend-conscious customers.
It's amazing how AI is being applied in so many different ways.
So many different ways. And successfully.
It's not just anecdotes, though, is it? We're starting to see real data about how AI is improving performance in the fashion world.
Yeah, there's hard evidence now.
Let's look at those numbers.
Let's do it. So virtual try-on.
Right.
They're seeing conversion rate increases of up to 94%.
Wow.
People are spending 3 times longer on product pages.
It's huge.
And the potential reduction in returns is somewhere between 5 and 10%.
That's significant.
Those are major improvements, addressing real challenges for online fashion.
Absolutely. What about personalization? What are we seeing there?
Personalization is also delivering.
Yeah.
They're saying customer acquisition costs could drop by up to 50%.
Wow.
And retailers who use personalization effectively are predicting 15% revenue increases.
That's a big.
We're also seeing average order values skyrocket.
Okay.
Some cases 2.5 times higher.
Wow. And we can't forget about Zalando and their success with generative AI.
40% increase in average basket size.
87% growth in adjusted EBIT.
Yeah. It really highlights the financial impact when you do AI strategically.
And even with marketing content, that potential 60% increase in organic traffic.
5-fold increase in content output.
That's insane. It's clear that AI is not just hype, it's delivering real results right now.
It's not a fad, it's a game changer.
Totally. But despite all of these successes, there's still a lot of potential for AI to do even more in fashion e-commerce.
Oh, there's so much more to come.
That's exciting. What are some of those less common but potentially game-changing applications of AI that we might see in the future?
So one area that's really exciting is advanced generative AI for design and product development.
Okay.
Imagine AI analyzing trend data in real time, figuring out what customers want, even going through those huge design archives
Yeah.
to come up with new design variations.
Oh, wow.
And predict upcoming trends. This could speed up product development like crazy. They're saying it could cut prototyping time by up to 6 months.
That's massive.
We've seen some early examples. Tommy Hilfiger with their Reimagine Retail thing.
Okay.
Calvin Wong has his Ada design system. Even Victoria's Secret is looking into it.
Wow.
But widespread use is still pretty limited.
It sounds like it could really democratize design, allow brands to be much more agile.
It could. Another area with huge potential is deeper hyper-personalization.
Okay.
Right now, personalization's based on pretty basic stuff, like your purchases and browsing history.
Right.
But future AI could look at much more nuanced data,
Okay.
like sentiment on social media, how you're engaging with content in real time.
Oh, wow.
Even things like your physiological responses.
Really?
To figure out what clothes would really suit you.
Huh.
This technology is being developed, but it hasn't been widely adopted yet.
That's pretty futuristic. Are there broader applications that we might see beyond just the individual shopper?
Definitely. AI could be a huge force for sustainability in fashion. It could help optimize material sourcing, so less environmental impact,
Right.
minimize waste in production, predict demand for eco-friendly products,
Okay.
and even improve transparency in those complex global supply chains.
That's so important.
We see Stella McCartney working with Google Cloud on sustainability initiatives.
That's interesting.
So there's definitely potential there, but we're just scratching the surface.
Yeah, with all the concern about the environment, that feels like a really key area for the future.
It is.
Okay. Any other possibilities on the horizon?
So we could also see a lot more user-generated content and co-creation with AI.
Okay.
Like imagine customers using AI tools to customize existing products or even work with brands to design new things.
Oh, wow.
This could build a much stronger connection between brands and shoppers.
Okay.
It's still early days, but it's got a lot of potential.
Yeah, I can see that.
And lastly, AI could revolutionize inclusive fashion.
How so?
Not just virtual try-on for fit, but AI could use your measurements to make custom clothes recommendations. Wow.
Help create made-to-measure garments, improve size, and fit recommendations for all body types.
Yeah, it's huge.
Making fashion truly accessible for everyone.
Absolutely. These are some really cool possibilities. But with all this potential, there have to be some challenges, some things we need to think about with AI and fashion e-commerce.
Yeah, definitely. It's not all smooth sailing.
So what are some of those hurdles?
So one of the biggest ones is data privacy and security.
Right.
AI needs tons of data, right?
Mhm.
Personal data.
Yeah.
So it's crucial that companies are responsible, transparent about how they're using that data,
Right.
and that they're following all the regulations.
Yeah.
Things like GDPR
Right.
and strong cybersecurity to prevent breaches and maintain trust.
That's essential, especially with everyone being more aware of data privacy issues.
Absolutely.
What about the practical side of implementing these AI solutions? How tricky is that?
So integrating new AI tools with existing systems like those older e-commerce platforms can be a real technical challenge.
It often needs specialized expertise, significant investment.
Yeah.
You got to make sure it's seamless so it doesn't disrupt operations.
Right.
And then there's the whole issue of ethical considerations, algorithmic bias.
Okay.
AI learns from data, right? And if that data has existing biases, like from society, the AI can actually make those biases worse,
Oh, right.
leading to unfair outcomes.
Yeah.
So it's really important to have diverse data sets, be transparent about how AI is making decisions.
Absolutely. And we can't forget the human element.
Yeah.
You need skilled people to make all of this work.
Yeah, definitely. There's a shortage of people with the right skills in data science, machine learning, AI development.
So companies need to train their existing staff or hire new people with those skills.
Yeah, invest in the workforce. And then there's the cost.
Yeah.
AI tech can be expensive, both upfront and for maintenance.
Right.
So businesses really need to think about return on investment, make sure they've got the budget.
It's a big decision.
It is. And then finally, you have to think about the people. Employees might be resistant to change. Maybe they feel threatened by automation.
Yeah.
Customers might be wary of new technology. So you need good strategies to manage that change.
Right.
Clear communication, good training, that kind of thing.
It sounds like there's a lot to consider.
Mm-hmm.
But the potential of AI in fashion e-commerce is huge.
Oh, it is. And I think when you step back and look at the big picture, it's clear that AI has gone from this far-off idea to a reality.
Yeah.
It's shaping fashion e-commerce right now.
Absolutely.
We've talked about so much today.
We have.
All the different ways it's being used, the real benefits it's delivering, the amazing examples of brands who are doing it well,
Yeah.
the incredible potential that's still out there, and those challenges that we need to overcome
Right.
for widespread adoption to happen responsibly.
And it really feels like the future of fashion e-commerce is connected to AI and how we integrate it strategically and ethically.
It really is.
I think it's going to be fascinating to watch it all unfold.
Right.
So I want to leave you, our listener, with a question to ponder.
Right.
Thinking about all the ways we've talked about AI being used, from revolutionizing design to creating those super personalized and inclusive shopping
Yeah,
experiences,
yeah.
which one of those do you think has the most potential to change your own relationship with fashion?
Whether you're a consumer or you work in the industry.
It's definitely something to think about.
It is.
Absolutely. And a huge thank you to our sponsor for supporting this deep dive into the fashion algorithm, cloudfit.ai.
Yeah, they're doing some cool things.
That's CLOUTFITAI.
Right.
They connect influencer outfits directly to your product inventory, making their content instantly shoppable,
Very smart.
which drives sales and higher order value.
Absolutely.
If you enjoyed this episode of The Fashion Algorithm, please share it with someone who might appreciate it, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights.
Thanks for listening.